It is the holiday season, the season for giving, sharing, and caring. Briana, V-A-O, did I get it right?
Yes.
I
Yes.
was like, oh, I know this happens all the time with my wife, Ariana. Yeah, so I want to make sure I got that right. And share a little people, if they're just hearing about this, Live Violence Free, what is it? What do you all do? I know it's a wonderful service you provide in the community.
Yeah, we are the local domestic and sexual violence nonprofit. So we provide services like emergency housing. So if someone's leaving their abusive relationship, we have that safe place for them to land. We also have free therapy. All of our services are free, but really like to highlight our free therapy that we do have for folks. And then we have our case managers who work with people who have experienced violence. You know, if they need someone to go with them to court, or if they need someone to just be a listening ear, maybe not quite therapy,
Right.
our case managers are there for that as well. And then we have our prevention program. So we're back in the schools teaching youth about healthy relationships too.
Wow, it's a full-pronged system.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
So people are struggling, and I think that's the biggest thing. And people stay way too long, and it's hard to go. You know, do they just reach out to you directly, and then you just offer care, or does it typipally come through someone who has filed for abuse or something?
So our office is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they can walk on in, you know, no appointment needed.
Oh,
they can call
nice.
our crisis line, or we also work closely with law enforcement. And so if there's something that happened that law enforcement responds to, we might be able to respond with them if that person is requesting that advocacy there.
Oh, fantastic. And you made quite an impact. I did some research into the story on this before, because I think it's a necessary entity here. And what kind of impact have you seen in 2024?
So this year we've actually impacted over 5,900 community members.
Wow.
And that's including almost 800 crisis calls. So that's someone in crisis and they call our crisis line. The phone is answered by someone who's trauma-informed and ready to be there to listen to them. Although those numbers seem high, but we know that that is less than what is actually going on.
Yeah.
Right? We know that the number is 1 in 4, and that's actually true to South Lake Tahoe. Barton's Community Health Assessment, it stated that 1 in 4 reported experiencing physical, intimate partner violence. And so that's only physical, and that's only reported.
Right.
We know that it's actually higher than that, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's so true. I think people need to, when they hear these statistics, keep that in mind, because that is what's reported.
Right.
And now we're just around the corner of the new year. What are you
Yes.
expecting in 2025?
Yeah, so unfortunately we've been facing funding cuts from the federal level. So we're really focusing on diversifying our funding and more fundraising, more community presence. And so in 2025, you'll see more of us in more spaces, because we know that survivors are everywhere. And so we need to show up where they are. So you'll see us in maybe unique spots where you wouldn't expect to see Live Violence Free, but we want to make sure everyone has access to our services and knows about them, including we have a January event, which is Bowl-a-thon on January 23rd coming up.
Where's
and
that?
So that'll be at Tahoe Bowl, January 23rd from 6 to 9. And we're going to be bringing back our fun fundraisers that we used to have like that to get more community involvement and to get more funding for our services.
And is that another thing you do need, like service providers and getting community members involved, like people here to help?
Yes. So with funding cuts, sometimes we have to do the same amount of work with just less people.
Right.
And so we love volunteers, people who can donate their gift of time. I actually work closely with the volunteers, and it's something I'm very passionate about, because people who can give their time to Live Violence Free is so valuable to us.
And what's the best way people can reach out before we go? I definitely want them to have access. Write this down, get your pens ready. If it's you or know somebody, please reach out.
Yeah, it's pretty easy number. So it's 530-544-4444 is our crisis line. So you have that Tahoe 530 in the first 5, and the rest is 4s, and then you'll reach someone who is able to answer your call, whether you're in crisis, whether you're looking to make a donation, or looking to get further involved in our organization.
Thank you, Briana. Thank you for what you do. I appreciate it. I really do.
Thank you for having us.
And I know your husband's a firefighter, so thank him as well. Certainly serving the community. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Get out, help. Live Violence Free, extraordinary organization doing wonderful things here in the community. And 'tis the season for giving, caring, and sharing.